Well, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. It's springtime here in Cincinnati, and it's prom season. So I've got the Penske here. We're doing a huge prom tonight with a school that I did last year, and it's a lot of kids. I think like 1,500 tickets they have. So it's gonna be a blast. I've got a lot of new stuff that I'm gonna try tonight. So any case, I'm gonna take you guys along on the ride with us, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. What in the name of the devil happened in this rental truck? Right now, just driving the truck over to get some subs. Gonna try something a little new this time. Like I said, a lot of new stuff. We're gonna try dual 18s, and they're passive. Okay, so these subs are gonna have an amp. I've never worked with an amp separate from the speaker itself. I've never worked with passive speakers. I know that sounds crazy, but I've always worked with powered speakers with the amps like built in, right? So this is gonna be interesting. We'll see how it goes. I think it'll give us a little more bump in the bass though. These dual 18s, I heard them. Wow, they're gonna be awesome. So we're gonna check that out. Also in terms of new, okay, so some of the new stuff we got planned, or some things I'd like to try. Number one, I'm gonna do the CO2 cannon, so the club cannon, which I'm super excited about. I think that's just a neat effect to take things to the next level. As things get, into the night, maybe like peak dance floor, and then we do a big drop and then boom, hit them with the CO2. I think it's awesome. Cool them down a little bit, but also just a neat thing, a neat effect. Never done that before. For these folks, I've done it twice now since I got my club cannon a couple weeks ago. Once at a EDM style wedding, and then once at another school dance that kind of did a trial run at. They loved it. So we're gonna do that. I've got some other little things planned. We've got some balloons. Okay, so I've done the light stick thing, the LED foam batons. We've done that a few times. So this time I wanted to try balloons. So we've got a couple dozen big ass 3-foot, 4-foot balloons, and they're the school colors. So I just want to see if we can blow them up and then toss them out and just see, what was that festival vibes where you have beach balls or balloons bouncing around in the crowd. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try it. Should be fun. And then something else, I've got last dance I did, I brought a little keyboard, and I tone played, or actually played notes to bring in a song, bring in a track. And I thought that was pretty hype. I don't know how much, if the students knew that I was doing that, but I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna try that. And then this I'm really pumped about. So I have a bass guitar, and I'm bringing it, and basically what I want to do is, I know that this school gets so hyped to Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. They get so hyped. They do it at their school dances, of course, but also at pep rallies and football games and stuff like that. So I'm going to play the first little bit, the bass line of Seven Nation Army on my bass guitar, and see if I can get them hyped up. I'm thinking it's gonna hype them up. So I'm not trying to do a whole performance or anything. I'm just gonna whip it out, play the bass line, a few measures, and then drop out. So hopefully it'll be a blast. We'll see. I think that's pretty much it. Got a couple other little things with music and stuff, but I think that's the new big things I'm gonna try, and we'll see if they work. Yo! All right, so subs secured. This dude told me that these two passive subs and the amp rack drive 6,500 watts. Dude, I'm pumped. We're gonna have a lot of thump for these kiddos. I think it's gonna be good, because I think last time I didn't have the headroom that I wanted. I was almost peaking, and in some cases peaking the sub array that I had. I had four subs, I believe, 4 active subs at my last prom this size. So I'm pumped, man. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be great. I've got now 6 subs and 2 of those dual 18s. So we'll show you guys when we unpack them and get them set up. Guys, we're here at the venue and we got Michael here. You might remember Michael from last prom. We're gonna get everything set up and loaded in. We got this truck and this place is clutch because look at this. We're like in the back rooms behind the venue. Here's the actual space we'll be in. And it's great because look, we literally like pulled right into this little door and it's just great. I love this back room here, but check it out. We got, okay, so there's the air compressor. That's gonna be for the balloons later. We got, the truck is maxed out, bro. I mean, we got these subs I picked up earlier today and everything in my storage shed, pretty much everything I got. So in any case, we're gonna get unloaded and get over to the stage. My man setting up our stage here. Check it out. Something about loading, this is kind of fun, you know? It's like exciting and you're kind of getting pumped up, right? And you're kind of like surveying everything. It's a good feeling. You know, like innovation right there, brother. You know, when you can't find a wrench, use a vise. Dude, that's a big balloon. All right, so like it always happens, we're pretty much like we're at time. So I'm dressed and I just made it. So people are kind of coming in, you can kind of see. I'm gonna talk you through after, after I do the gig, after I do the prom, I'll talk you through the equipment. But pretty much we've got like, a lot of bass, a lot of volume, a lot of lights. It's looking good and I'm feeling really good. I got my fan here. I got this one and that one. You gotta have some fanage, you know, it's gotta be there. So anyway, we'll see you guys after the party, okay? All right, we are in the future and I want to talk you through the setup. As I mentioned, we ran out of time. I think it's my own fault because I end up talking to people. You know, you guys know if you watch my channel here and my videos, you know I'm a talker. Anyway, I talk to people and just get, you know, I don't know, coordination and instructions. And anyway, I like to meet some of the folks that I hadn't met before from the administration. Anyway, let's talk through this. Basically, my setup, I've got my little DJ booth here, some light towers, and my speakers, okay? So essentially, it's my Danny Max Infinity L booth in the middle, and I've got my MacBook. You might see I've got my MacBook on the side, but then on this side, I've got the little keyboard. You'll see in the actual event video, we weren't completely finished like setting everything up, but you can kind of see I've got, I'll just talk you through the speakers. First, here's my JBL SRX 15Ps, or I'm sorry, yeah, they're 15Ps. These are my powered speakers. I got one there, and one here. Powered. Just my big boys, I call them. I love them. They're really, really good and versatile. I bring them into probably 90% of my weddings and events. And then they're sitting on top of RCF powered subs. These are the 8003 AS2s, I believe, and they're 18-inch. They're super great. A lot of bass to them, and I really love how they kick. But then my new little thing, the new subs that I got and I rented were these two right here. These two dual 18s. They're turbo sounds, and there's like a amp rack over here. You probably can't see it. It's right behind my sub. And those are awesome, man. They really put out a lot of bass, a lot of low end, and they really thump. But you'll hear after in my little wrap up that we had a little problem with one of them. So we were actually down. We only had the two powered subs on the right and the left, and then the one of the turbo sounds. But even that, for the group that we had, even that was enough. And I would have liked to have the second dual 18, but we had enough bass. It was really good. Okay, so that's sound. What you don't see here, I wonder if you can, no, you can't. On the back of my SRX 815s, I've got like a little transmitter, a little Sennheiser transmitter that you use for like a lavalier mic, and it's sending a signal to a another JBL speaker that's like way off to the side that you can't see in this image. But anyway, there's one on this side and one on the right and one on the left. And that's for kind of like, this room is a large rectangle. I've got like a little video clip of the room. I think I show this in the video of the event itself. But okay, so here's like, this is me standing on like sort of the end of the dance floor, and this is one side of the room, all the tables, and you'll see me pan over, and there's me, middle, and then the other side. So it's just like a really big room. There's like 80 tables, and they're like 10 rounds, I think, or 10 seats each for each round. So lots of stuff there. So in any case, that's kind of that. But back to the setup. I also have my lighting game here. What I'm doing is I've got the Wash Effects hexes that I use a lot. I've got 4 of them. You can kind of see them, they're lit up. 2, I've just mounted the fly points on my SRXs. And then I've got 2 on these gravity stands. Okay, pretty easy. And then these guys are my Chauvet blinders, the two little, they look kind of like yellow in this image, I think. They're also mounted on top of the SRXs. And I have a pole that I was going to put behind me. It's kind of like a little T-stand, and I thought I could put them on. But this turned out much better. I don't know, had more dispersion when I shot them off. And then, I don't know, kind of looked cool. I like that, you know, less poles. Like these poles are okay, you know, this gravity stand's okay, but I don't know, a pole behind me, it just would have maybe gotten in the way, and I don't know, didn't really feel like I needed it. Okay, then other than that, we've got the movers. Okay, and these are just ADJ movers. I forget the brand, Focus 2X's or something like that. Anyway, they're great. All the lighting is run off of a Donner, and I'm using, you know, the Donner wireless connectors, except for, since I've got these guys so close, you can see a cable between them. I'm just using a DMX jumper cable between them. So 1 Donner for the pair of lights on top of my SRXs. So that was pretty good. It's a pretty good move. Saves the Donners. And then also I've got, you might be able to see in the back, I've got some uplights. They're basically just the Ape Labs Maxis. I've got them in the pillars and along the back wall, just to kind of give some color pop. And later I turn them on for music mode, and that just gives more excitement. The power situation, I did, I'll just kind of talk you through it. I put basically the lights and the sub that you see in the image here on the right, and my top, that whole little array, I put on 1 circuit. Okay, 20 amp circuit. Same over here. Okay, a sub, a top, and then the other lights that you see here on the left side of the picture. Another circuit for my DJ booth, the equipment, the SRX in the middle. Okay, and then some various little things like the fans and such. And then 1 circuit for the for these guys, for the turbo sounds, and of course they get powered from the amp rack, which is behind here. So essentially 4 circuits used to do this. We didn't blow anything, we didn't have any power problems, so I feel like we had enough power, so that was good. I mentioned the fans. Those are real clutch. It was so hot. And at the end, my assistant Michael was taking the ground fan that we have, that little blue fan over here in the corner, you can kind of see it. He was taking that and like just blowing the crowd a little bit, like giving them some cool air. I think having a big fan, like a big ass fan, or some big, you know, shop fan would be really clutch. Michael said we should upcharge a cooling kit for the folks. What you don't see, oh, I just noticed in this picture, we fixed it later, but not symmetric. The subs, the turbo sounds are not in the center. Oh, by the way, I wish we would have had the strap for these subs, man. That The one that was on, the one that was working, it was walking all night, and Michael kept having to push it back. So definitely strap your subs if you're going to put them next to each other or put them on a flat ground. One other thing you don't see in the picture, I think, in that box is my bass guitar. I tried to hide it. And then also what you don't see is our club cannon that you'll see in the video. Okay, I think that's it. I had a couple pictures of the finished product with some lights on, so you can kind of get a sense of the coloring and the vibe. And it was a fire and ice party, so I tried to make some things, put some colors on it, make it a little colorful to match the vibe that they mentioned. Here's another picture with the pillars lit up before we got going. And then just a little video, I think, right here, just so you can kind of see it in action, with no music or anything. I was just doing a quick light check, make sure they're all going and in sync, essentially. Unfortunately, we can't do haze in this building because it would have been cool for the movers and such, but anyway, it's what we had to work with. So next up is the video, so check it out. It was a lot of fun.
Happy Prom 2024!
done with our prom 2024 for Mason High. That was awesome, man. What do you think, Michael? It's good stuff?
We rocked it.
We totally rocked it, man. I think all the students had a fun time. Administration seemed like they had a fun time, although there were some logistics issues with the facility. So they had like a shortage of staff and things. So they were a little bit bitter on that part. But I think we did great on the music front. Kept everybody entertained. We had a couple, there's always little things that go wrong. One of the large subs that I rented that I showed you guys, we actually didn't have a good cable. Like the cable that the dude who rented me the subs gave me, one of them was bad, and it just didn't work out. So that's okay. We had, I think, enough bass. We had my 2 RCFs, and then we had this turbo sound beast dual 18 driving, I think, enough bass, especially for dancing. So I think we were great. No complaints, and everything else seemed to work without a hitch. All right, so it's the next day, and we had a lot of fun last night, but I'm just checking in. So really, after a big event like that last night, I go home, and it's almost hard to go to sleep because your adrenaline's up and just a lot of energy. So I think I watched some TV and then finally fell asleep. Got up this morning, nice shower, got everything unloaded from the rental truck here into my storage unit, but now I'm taking back those subs that I rented, and then I'll take back this truck. And I just had some final thoughts. I think overall it was a really good event. I'd give us an A in terms of, just the production and everything. I think a couple things, always got to think about and reflect on ways you can improve. I think some of my mixes were really great, but then I could have did a little bit better, a little more, sorry for the pun, mixing it up. I think just, with a blend in and beat match and an echo out, like I probably did that. I over-relied on that. I do that a lot, but I did have some cool surprise mixes and stuff, and some fun there. But I think that's where I can grow. And then always I wonder about efficiency, because man, I take a lot of time to like clean up and get everything back into bags and get everything sorted. So I think having some more efficient, especially for these big productions, more efficiency would be good. But I don't do that many. I do like maybe 2 or 3 of these really big ones a year. Really big for me anyway, 1,500 kids. So I'm kind of like, maybe I'm fine. Anyway, I did want to say, some folks are probably wondering, like, is it worth it? Like, I derive a lot of fun and pleasure just from doing these events. And for a school dance like this size, I'm charging the school, I have a price sheet that I have every year, and I refresh it. And for this year, it's like $2,300 based on what they ordered, which is pretty reasonable. I mean, the school, I'm sure, could afford a little more, but they're a pretty big school, okay? But I know some schools in the area probably can't afford that much. So in any case, I'm charging $2,300. I'm renting a truck here. It's like $200 plus gas, I'm paying a guy an assistance. And then, the rental of the CO2 canister with the gas in it. And then I've got, of course, the subs. So I'm probably making a profit of about $1,000. So not a bad take. And I'm totally fine with that. So for me, that's fine. And I just thought I'd explain that to folks. I mean, if you're wondering, I'm in Cincinnati. This is northern Cincinnati area, so not quite rural, but for sure not a big metro area, okay? So in any case, that's me. Just thought I'd wrap up the video with a little bit of a post review. I think we did great, and I cannot wait for the next one. I got weddings for the next like 4 or 5 weeks, so it'll be back to normal weddings, but can't wait for the next big school dance too. Those are always fun, okay? Well, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for checking into my channel. Thanks for watching my videos, and I'll see you next time.